Well, that was some partner showcase, huh? We got Penny's Big Breakaway, we got Hollow Knight Silk Song, Xenoblade Warriors, a new Bravely Default game. Like, that was a crazy showcase. Except we got nothing. There was no Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase yesterday, despite how many insiders were talking about it. So today we need to talk about what happened to the Partner Showcase. Is it still coming? Spoiler alert, it is still coming. But also, what happened? Why did it get delayed? But of course, if you are new here and you enjoy Nintendo Switch speculation, discussions, theories, all of that fun stuff, I really would appreciate you subscribing. Let's get into it. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Botox Games, and today we need to talk about the Partner Showcase that did not happen yesterday. So it was, yesterday morning at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I was just looking at Nintendo's Twitter account like, where's the Partner Showcase? Because they've shadow dropped Partner Showcases in the past. They will post them without even announcing them at times. So I kind of figured that is what was happening here. February 15th was the date that we had heard from Necrolipe. So I was just like, okay, this all checks out. This is believable to me. We didn't get a general direct, so surely they have something for us in February. But that didn't happen. And the common theory, and it's not really a theory as we will get into with the Puro confirmation, but the common theory is that there was a delay because of the Xbox podcast yesterday, which on paper sounds so ridiculous to me because that Xbox podcast was so low-key. Like, they didn't really say much. They kind of just talked in a bunch of circles. They didn't really tell people the information they needed to know. We know now that 4 games are coming to Nintendo Switch and PS5, and the rumored titles are Hi-Fi Rush, Grounded, Pentiment, and Sea of Thieves, which is super exciting if you're a fan of those games, or if you want to play those games but don't have an Xbox or a PC to play them on. Those are coming to Switch and PS5. At least that's the rumor anyway. But the idea that they would delay a partner showcase because of that just seems very weird to me, especially because originally that event was supposed to be at the end of February. Phil Spencer himself said that, I believe. And then also, they could have just done the podcast on a Wednesday. That would have been way easier than having Nintendo delay their big announcements. Because, they decided Thursday this week. Like, they announced it was going to be on Thursday this week. They could have just done Wednesday or Friday, but no, they chose Thursday. But apparently that actually is the reason that Nintendo delayed the Partner Showcase. Because as you can see here, Jeff Grubb over on Twitter said, I know no one wants to hear this, but just like when the Queen died, which is crazy to have to say that, this is real. I heard earlier this week that they were discussing moving the Direct because of the Xbox business updates. I've never known the date for sure. I've only ever heard by the middle of February. And Jeff Grubb, he has definitely had some reliable information in the past. He also said that Metroid Prime Trilogy Remastered and Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD were coming out in 2022. So sometimes those sources definitely get information wrong, which, no hate to be thrown these people's ways. It's just video games, man. We don't need to be too serious about this, but they've definitely had wrong information in the past. However, Puro over on Twitter, the absolute GOAT, actually liked that tweet. Now, that doesn't necessarily confirm anything. However, Puro has used likes on Twitter as a way to kind of tease things before. But then beyond that, Puro actually said and went through this little tweet tirade here talking about how there was going to be a rebirth of the Partner Showcase, as you can see here, and then started going a little bit crazy. They said Act 2 Rebirth, which I guess was just like a tongue-in-cheek little reference to a Family Boards post or something. So it's just like this never-ending cycle of Partner Showcase speculation. They replied to this tweet here saying that Penny's Big Breakaway will have a release date in the Partner Showcase. They were asked, should we be excited for this? And Puro said, I'm not excited, so maybe temper those expectations. I know I went a little crazy in my video 2 days ago talking about how this Partner Showcase could be really exciting. Maybe that's not going to happen now. They confirmed that this image going around on Reddit was fake. I mean, this was clearly fake. There was no new games here, so this was just not going to be real no matter what. And then, yeah, as you can see here, they said next week for the Partner Showcase. So it seems that it actually was delayed because of that Xbox podcast, which is just crazy to me. Now, this isn't the first time Nintendo has delayed a presentation, a Nintendo Direct. We saw this happen back in, I want to say 2018, when there was an earthquake in Japan. They delayed the September Direct a full week, which had some weird implications for announcements. I remember Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition was supposed to be announced and shadow dropped during that Nintendo Direct, but because it got delayed, it actually ended up releasing on PlayStation and Xbox a week earlier than Nintendo Switch. So they're not, immune to delaying a Direct, even a Direct that has shadow drops in it. But that was a very different situation. That was like a real life, world event tragedy that happened. Whereas with this is an Xbox podcast. But if we have all these insiders saying there was going to be a Partner Showcase this week, and then we have Puro and Jeff Grubb saying it was delayed, or at least hinting that it was delayed, I'm inclined to believe it. When all this stuff happened yesterday, I was like, okay, well, this is the first time in a while I've tried to put a lot of faith in the insiders, and it kind of got burned on it. But I actually think their information was right. You know, I see so many people attacking them. Don't attack the insiders for being wrong. It's all, even if you think that they're being like nefarious and just trying to get attention, don't attack them. It's just video games, man. It's not that serious. With that being said, though, Puro is the most reliable insider when it comes to Nintendo, without a doubt. So to see them saying next week for the partner showcase, I think that does really indicate that we will get one next week. This is going to be my final video talking about this partner showcase until it's either announced formally or when it just drops. If they do decide to shadow drop it, we'll see what ends up happening. I would lean towards them announcing it 24 hours beforehand like they did it for the June 2022 showcase, but we'll have to wait and see. You know, if they're saying that they're not that excited, my expectations, you know, keep them in check, right? But with that said, I mean, hey, now next week reading this partner showcase, a couple days later on the 27th, we're going to get a Pokemon Presents. Like, it should be a decently exciting time for Nintendo fans. It's just, as a content creator and as a fan of Nintendo speculation, this past 2 weeks has felt like limbo. Like, I just want this to be over with. If we are getting a March reveal for the Switch 2, which, by the way, something very interesting happened today, so I'll be doing another video later today talking about a March reveal for the Switch 2. If that's happening, I just want to get over this hump so we can get to see some very exciting announcements. You know, I'm used to getting my February fix when it comes to Nintendo first-party game announcements, and we didn't get that this year, or at least we haven't yet, so I'm really hoping we can just quickly go through the rest of February without any more weird shenanigans going on. I hope this partner showcase can just come out. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad, whatever. Then we get our Pokemon Presents, which should be exciting. And then hopefully in early March, we get some major Nintendo news. As a content creator and just as a fan of Nintendo, like I said, I'm itching for that good Nintendo news influx. I want to see some new game announcements, man. I didn't do a video on the lack of a partner showcase yesterday because, frankly, I'm just so tired of talking about it. But I figured a confirmation, or whatever you want to call it, from Puro is enough to make a video, right? This, like I said, will be the last time I talk about it. It also does make me question, you know, really, where is Puro getting this information from? A lot of people thought they had access to the YouTube backend, but based on stuff they've leaked, that just wouldn't make sense. Like Everybody 1-2 Switch, that was only posted on Twitter for like the first couple of weeks, I believe. I saw someone posit the idea that maybe they have access to the eShop backend, which would explain why they didn't leak Princess Peach Showtime or Luigi's Mansion 2 back in June of last year. That could be, and if that's the case, that would mean that the eShop has been updated with Pretty's Big Breakaway, with whatever else is going to be in this partner showcase, and maybe that's how they actually get their information, and that would explain why they only have information a couple of days out normally. But we'll have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you expecting a partner showcase? Do you think it's all just misinformation being spread around and there isn't going to be a Nintendo Direct at all this month? I would love to get a conversation going down below and hear your thoughts. Of course, subscribe here if you enjoy Nintendo Switch speculation theories discussions. Like I said, last video on the partner showcase until we hear something officially from Nintendo, or I guess if Puro leaks something crazy, I'll make a video on it, but I'm not really expecting the partner showcase to have anything that substantial. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Of course, subscribe here, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, all of that stuff. And until next time, folks, peace!